And I have here 5 skulls of 5 different fossil individuals out of about 6,000 fossil individuals that are known. Well, you can see from just these 5 representing about 2.5 million years ago to about 1 million years ago to near the present that there were changes in the size of the brain case and also in the size and shape of the face. And you can see that the brain got larger over time and that the face generally got smaller over time until you get to our species where we have the largest brain and the smallest face that's tucked in underneath the brain case. So that's very different from what we have 2.5 million years ago with a small brain case and a large sloping face.
There was a really remarkable discovery in South Africa of a new species of early human called Australopithecus sediba. There was an adult female that was discovered at this cave site, and her skeleton is remarkably complete. It's just a magnificent skeleton.
We chiseled away and uncovered the lower legs. We found the skull, we found the rest of the skeleton. This is the first time that we have a virtually complete skeleton of an Australopithecus. The legs are longer than the arms, in other words, proportioned more like ours and not like those of the apes.
This is one of the best Australopithecine skulls we have. And if you actually saw this, it would have looked very chimpanzee-like. The Australopithecines had a fairly projecting face, but the nose was quite flat. It would have been a very ape-like or chimpanzee-like nose.
You can see that it's pretty distinctive relative to what a human skull looks like. We have a very rounded skull where the jaw muscles attach right to the side. When we look at a robust Australopithecine skull, you'll see that there's a crest that runs right down the center called a sagittal crest. And the sagittal crest is the point of attachment of those same jaw muscles. It goes all the way up from the jaw, attaching all the way along the top of this skull. The biggest difference that we can observe is in the size of the teeth. It's a tremendous contrast.
He has a very, very small brain. It's about the size of a chimpanzee's brain, but it is already showing some of the asymmetries that you see in a modern human brain. We don't see those asymmetries in a chimpanzee brain. He's got some features in the hip bone that look like he's becoming a better biped, more like you would see in modern humans. The hip blades are curved like ours, they're oriented like ours, the pelvis is more robust, it's shortened in the same way that ours has shortened.
Is Lucy more like a human or more like a chimp? She has a very short blade on the pelvis, much more like a human. She has muscle attachments, much more like a human. It's a basically biped's architecture, and that's how we know that she walked on 2 legs. But some people said, well, how can we really be sure about that?
And how can we be sure?
Because we found in northern Tanzania, sandwiched between layers of volcanic ash, the trails of hominid individuals. There are no knuckle marks, no handprints, just bipedal footprints.
Everything we look at in these skeletons, when we look at the cranium, when we look at the teeth, when we look at the arms, when we look at the hands, when we look at the pelvis, when we look at the feet, we see a transitional form. This is a strong confirmation of evolutionary theory, in particular human evolution.